Hey, guys. Yeah, medical, obviously the 3 games in, 3 games in 6 days here, short prep, never easy, but, health-wise as good as, you could expect. Again, 3 Big East games in 6 days, never the easiest thing. But obviously it's a big game and an exciting game.
We'll have Dave start us off.
It's always difficult winning on the road, and especially in conference play. But I don't know. Does it feel like it seems like it's almost more tricky this year for teams? Seems like home court is such a huge advantage this year. Maybe more so. I mean, I haven't delved into the numbers or anything, but just feels like it's a lot tougher to get road wins this year. Do you see that? And if so, why is it so tricky to win on the road?
Yeah, Dave, I just think it's. I think that there's just more balance in college. I think the portal, NIL, has spread talent out throughout conferences, and I just think that there's more better teams. And then also too, you have programs that don't have a lot of continuity because the rosters are so transient. So I think that it's hard to win on the road because it takes a really tough, good, connected team. So teams are better. And then teams are less, teams are better because of portal and NIL, and then I think some teams aren't quite as tough or connected because of those same reasons.
And I'm not trying to get you in trouble here or anything, but I mean, is there such a thing as a home whistle at times? I mean, do the refs sometimes maybe do they get kind of swayed by the home crowd a little bit? I mean, is that just human nature maybe a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think there's an understanding going in that when you play a really really good team on the road, and that there's 50-50 calls may go in their direction, but I think maybe a really good team at home deserves maybe a slightly better whistle than the road team gets, but I think in the Big East you get strong refs, man. You get strong officials that are not going to be influenced by these crazy atmospheres in our league. Cool, I do thanks. Know that I did say that to the team, so I respect the question.
Thank you.
We'll go to Gavin.
Dan, you guys have won 14 in a row in the Big East, which is obviously very difficult to do in this league. And is that something you can appreciate in season, or is it you're just so focused on the day-to-day stuff that, it's good that you're winning, but especially as a Big East guy, playing in the Big East?
Yeah. Well, for me, I've been kind of mentioning to our guys that, this is, it's good, but, when I was at Rhodey, I think we ran off 18 in a row, from end of my 5th year, to a point in my 6th year, right? In terms of just straight, that was conference tournament, that was end of year 5 into year 6. So we really haven't done anything yet relative to that. And really, no, you're not. This thing is like preparation for next one. It can never be enough. Where you are, if you want to do big time sports or big time business or big time success, if what you've accomplished 2 days ago or yesterday is enough for you, then you're going to get you're going to get knocked on your ass.
And you've done some pretty remarkable things this season with your record and being number one again, and for the first time in program history to be, getting all the votes. How do you kind of shut out that kind of the positive noise, to your players to stay focused? It's just there's negative noise, but this is positive noise.
Yeah, I mean, you beg them, just get the hell off your phone. Get the dopamine from putting in the great work, and it's a way better feeling to play great together and accomplish something great together. That feeling post locker room, that feels way better than likes on posts and getting new followers. So, just being, listen, we have all just, from myself through the staff, through the players, we just have a lot of like-minded people that our effort on Saturday, and then we woke up on Sunday. It was locked in on a Creighton team that, again, pretty, we were picked third in the preseason poll in the league by our peers, and and a pretty distant third. So, we know that we've got to be successful.
Thank you.
We'll go to Joe.
Hey, Dan, just curious about this culture that you've created, and the team obviously is very connected and unselfish and all of that. Just going back to like when you first got to UConn, how much of what you wanted to create did you have in mind when you first got here? And just sort of looking at the progression of your time here, just how has it developed?
Yeah, I just knew that first team, and it wasn't easy, and the losing was tough. But I'd been through it before. I was a high school coach taking over a struggling program. I was, the head coach at Wagner, taking over a struggling program. I was, head coach at Brody, taking over a struggling program. So I've been in this situation multiple times, rebuilding an organization. And, for me, just the understanding, the understanding that first group would be the foundation, and, the way the effort that we put into them, the time, was gonna lay a foundation of trust with future teams, because although we didn't win as much as we all wanted to on that first year's team, I think, we established a way of doing things. We established a credibility and a trust with our players that we were going to push hard for them and give them every chance to be successful. And that when recruits would take unofficial visits while that team was around, and they asked those players what we were all about, they would vouch for us. Now, that's not why we did it. We did it because the job of a coach is to, is obviously to, take what you have and make the absolute best out of it, and create great relationships, and just maximize your time together. So, I think, our mindset is like more cult-like than it is culture. I think, when people watch us at shoot around, when they watch us at practice, when they see us perform, we want to look more like a cult in a positive way, a positive cult. Everyone's saying the same things, thinking the same things, moving in the same direction.
Thank you. And then just to follow up, well, not really follow up on that question, but looking at Creighton, obviously you guys held them to 48 points the last time. Just how do you expect them to respond? And can you speak on just how difficult it is to win in Omaha?
Yeah. That's no, Tough place, man. One of the toughest places to go and play. Just the atmosphere, the noise. It raises their performance, and it obviously, makes it tough on you to communicate and to keep your poise. Obviously, we're going to have to score a lot. We're going to have to score the ball. We're not going to an offense of that caliber, especially at home with the way Shireman's playing. What they have at those three positions. I mean, you have three of the best positional players in the country. With Kalkbrenner, with Alexander, with Shireman. Shireman is really on an incredible run, and then Ashworth is playing a whole lot better than he was when we saw him. Shooting it better, and just he's obviously accustomed to the league. So we feel like this. We talked to the team. This rivals Kansas for us in terms of like just toughest road game of the year to this point.
Thank you.
You got it.
We'll go to Adam, then Roger.
Hey, Dan. I've been polling a few people on Big East Coach of the Year. Obviously, a lot of people like you. UConn picked third. You're in first. Shaheen getting a lot of support. They were picked ninth. They're in third. What's your thoughts on that, and just on the job Shaheen has done here? And do you think Seton Hall's kind of massively overachieved so far with where they were picked?
Yeah, awards. You hope this year, unlike last year with Alex, that whoever votes on these things, I don't know if it's a combination of people. Just Alex not winning Rookie of the Year last year in the league was just a terrible. It was just I think a bad look, and not rewarding. I think the right things from that standpoint for me. The player awards, you want them to. Those are things they'll have forever, but you also understand too. Andre Jackson didn't win an award last year, but he won the national championship, and he's a millionaire playing in the NBA. So the awards are whatever. Shaheen, I don't listen. Shaheen's a great coach, one of the best coaches you'll coach against. He's, I know I play him coming up, so I'm not going to say too many good. I don't want to say too many good things about him, but Shaheen is. I've known him for a long time, and to see a guy as an assistant coach at Bloomfield Tech with Nick grind out a career and become one of the best in the country at what he does, that you have respect for.
Did you, or do you think anybody in the Big East thought in the preseason that this team that they had that was picked ninth would be where they are right now?
Well, I think when there are obviously questions in the front court, and in terms of the center position, Kadari is one of the most talented players in the league. He always has been. Diawusu is a guy that none of us like to compete against. The guy's a total dog. Davis and Alamir. I mean, you got three guys on the perimeter that could get 20. You got a dog at the fourth perimeter spot, and they've got great mileage out of the centers. And Shaheen has instilled an incredible toughness that fits Big East play. I think you see them; they played better in Big East than they did in the non-conference. Because I do think that these types of games where the referees allow, for more physicality and that type of thing, certainly, has helped them in league as opposed to the non-conference.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it, my man. Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam, baby.
Go. Rearview mirror.
Dan, did you take a moment to talk to the team about being a unanimous number one overall for the first time in program history, and pat yourselves on the back for that, or or is number one, or your focus just has to be on other things right now and let other people celebrate that?
Yeah, hell no, no way, no way. No way. I think what we did, the one thing I did say, but as we broke huddle and as we're all heading to catch the flight, is we do have a chance to do something right now, especially going into this game coming up that just programs have not been able to do. The consistency, again, in as hard a place as you could go play. With the landscape of what other teams have not been able to do on the road in particular, or in terms of the consistency, we do. It's an opportunity to show something special about us. But we also understand just how just you got to be willing to go to hell and back to get this one tomorrow, because it's going to be an absolute killer of a game.
Dave, did you have one more, or are we good?
So I was actually going to ask about the unanimous and how smart those AP top 25 voters are, but Roger beat me to it.
Yeah, not bad, Dave. When did the ballots go in? I don't even know. When do they go in? They go in at night on Sunday or Monday?
They're due Monday 10 a.m., but usually get them done Sunday night.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're from third in the third in the preseason poll to number one, and listen, anytime you could do things that haven't been done at a place like UConn, you've had a special run, but no one's thinking about that. Shit.